Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, football fans, as we get a look inside a Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, a good one in store here. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And we're underway in Atlanta. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Brought down by Quay Walker.
A gain of 2.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Yeah, this group likes to be aggressive. An early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
So with the Falcons set to punt on 4th, on comes Bradley Pinion. Calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 34-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. David Onyemata there for the stop.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. It looks like we can call it back 4 yards in the end. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Love out of the shotgun. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Onto the field comes the Atlanta offense for the 2nd time. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Cousins now off the play fake. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. He'll get him 5 yards as he gets this up to the 25.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, but it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
I love that. Man, I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you could do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
The Packers are all over it. He goes down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. Packers taking the field now. Their second series of the game coming up. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Love. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Those windows over the middle, the congestion, just the mass of people. If you're not on time and on target, you're not going to find a completion, especially on that down and distance.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Love from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Christian Watson that time. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
If you're keeping stats, that's now 0 for 2 on keeping drives going, and hopefully not an indicator of what's to come. You know, you don't convert on 3rd down. Not only playing against your opponents, you start playing with your own psyche as well.
Now here come the Falcons on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Cousins. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
That was simply a case of not enough time available to let that play develop. That throw was out so quick, and he wasn't able to reel it in.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 once again from the 20. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
As a corner in this league, oh, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. But you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. If they get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends.
They'll punt it away again. Bradley Pinion headed back out. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. And we'll see if they can be the first offense to get a drive going. It has been defense dominant thus far. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Play action. Love. Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. And he's brought brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. You start with a string of incompletions, Brock. You've told me this before. Getting that first one to connect feels really good.
Yeah, it just kind of settles you down and everybody else around you. Not too different than seeing the ball go through the net or make a nice birdie putt. Yeah, you just want to gain some confidence.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. So that delay backs him up 5. Now 2nd and 15 to go. Love. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they could be facing 4th down coming up.
Hey, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
On comes Brandon McManus now to try this field goal for the Packers. From the left hash, this will be from 50. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Carter on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Working from the gun, it's Cousins. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Throwing on 3rd, Cousins. Knocked away and hits the ground, incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
Those are exactly the plays, Kate, that the corners in this league make their money and make their reputation. A one-on-one, and he wins that battle.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. On the return for the Packers, that's Matthew Golden. Before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Packers love to throw. That's him on the quick hitter. And they're approaching midfield with that gain of 6. He's up to the 46.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Jacobs gets it on the draw. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Going run again with Jacobs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They stick with Jacobs. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Jalen Walker firing over to take him down.
At the 46-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. They'll air it out on 3rd. Gets it downfield, on target to Watson. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Handoff running left, Jacobs. He's out of bounds to set up 1st and goal, but they might not get to keep this. We've got a flag down. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Man in motion here. Love now to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
After the incompletion, 2nd down calls ready. Putting the tight end in motion. Love looking to pass. Connects on the crosser. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Loves to throw again. Short pass brought in. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the 1st. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's the Packers with it inside the red zone. Stick it in the air. Love. On him quick, and they bring him down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
You know, we do enough of these games, Kate, and I am a big fan of creativity. And the QBs today are some of the best to ever do it. That's a situation where you got to know on first down, it's not time to be creative, especially if you feel the heat coming defensively. Just find a way to throw that sucker in the first row.
Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Mooney will go in motion left.
At their own 20-yard line.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. He's got a gain of 6 there. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
27-yard line.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Slot man's in motion right. Robinson again here on 2nd. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
33-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 33. Staying with Robinson. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Another carry for Robinson. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Here's Algier on first down. Off to the races, middle of the field. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons parlay the interception into points.
Okay, you know what a run like that does? For everybody, for the play caller, for the O-lineman, for the offense, it just gives you confidence that you can call that run again and not expect a little chunk, but go get explosive on the ground as well.
Extra point is good by Gonzalez. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead.
Falcons 7, Packers 3.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And this is Savion Williams on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. Their last series sure was looking like points up until that interception, Brock. Hopefully they can move the ball similarly well as they take over here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. And off to Jacobs to start the drive. And he picks up 5 on that first down run, brings up 2nd down.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Motioning one of the tight ends. Here's Jacobs again on 2nd down. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that first down. Picks up 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like you got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you've got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
From the 40-yard line now, and this is 1st and 10. He'll pass it this time. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And it sets up 2nd down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, you get more interceptions.
He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Behind Diablo there on the tackle.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Throwing his love on 3rd. Left side into the hands of Dobbs. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Falcons ready for their next possession. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. There's the fake, Cousins to throw. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in-cut and make the catch.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Finds him over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Now facing 3rd and 8 after that delay of game penalty. To the air on 3rd and long. This is going to fall down the whole way to the turf and complete.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. And really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Bradley Pinion on now to punt. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. The Packers all set to get back out there. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
1st down throw. Here's Love. Finds him on the crossing route. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on first down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Fall forward, and I think you've got this first down, Brock. It's 2nd and inches. They bring Dobbs in motion left. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he's not going to get there. The defense attacked to deny the marker, and now a chance at a stand here with 3rd and 1. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Daniel Whelan on the punt. And he's been one of the players of this game. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. First down now, ball at the 33. Motion man sent left. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Rashawn Gary with that tackle.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And he's down after getting us up to the 41.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. Gets this one to London. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
First down throw for Cousins. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
That's now the 3rd sack of the game, and I know how these defenders start to think, how many more can I tally up before this one's over? Still a bunch of game time. And this defense, well, they're feeling it.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. To the air, Cousins. They'll try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. And now they're staring at a 4th down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. Out now runs the Packer offense. And this is close to their end zone. They have got to be careful, but there is still enough time. They could mount something of a drive here. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now Love. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will return this well into the red zone before he's brought down.
First down pass. Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 12.
From the gun, it's Robinson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
The tackle by
The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts.
No gain on the play.
They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
10 at the 12-yard line.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun, Cousins. Catch made. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Always a point of emphasis, right? Protecting the quarterbacks, and that play is going to draw the flag every time. So roughing the passer gifts them a 1st and goal. Robinson does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Once more, it's Robinson. Watching the goal line, but he won't reach it. The defense keeps him out and forces 3rd and goal.
Short of the goal line.
I think I could see that sideline considering a challenge down there. It was close, but I think he got barely enough to escape the end zone. Another run might not be so lucky.
Defense made the stand last time. Do they have another one in them here on 3rd and goal? Running with Robinson. And he's in for the touchdown. The Falcons will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And it didn't look like he was seriously considering a return there, did it? So that touchback going to come out to the 35. The Packers getting 1 final drive before the half. They're going to have to be quick about anything that they want to do here, partner. Enough time for a few snaps at most. Only 17 seconds left for them as they begin this drive. Thrown on 1st down, Love. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
2nd and a yard at the 44-yard line.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Love. Hits him on the out route. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. 7 yards on that pickup. And it'll give the Packers the first.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. but these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, or right at the 31. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. Now it's Brandon McManus to attempt this Packers field goal. This is a 48-yard look for it.
48-yard attempt.
McManus sends it through. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Now to kick it away, here's Pinion. Brooks now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Here's the Packer offense headed out to start the third quarter. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Jacobs. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And this is all the way to the 13-yard line.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost in a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
It began at the 30 and has now jumped to 1st and 10 all the way down inside the red zone. From the red zone on 1st. Now he takes it. And he's tackled downfield, but look back where that flag rests. Yep, we got a flag in the backfield. I don't think this one's going to stand. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Running it after the penalty. We'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Offense to the line, 2nd down. Love out of the shotgun. From the pocket, looking for a target. Throw was caught. And he's tackled after a nice pickup, but we've got a flag down. This could wipe that play away. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. So this is going to be 2nd down and long following the holding flag. Love from the gun. Complete on the slant to Watson. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he scores. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Christian Watson with the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
And he can't connect with his man, So they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out. Down 2, they went for the tie right there, partner, but a game defense able to stop them and hang on to this narrow lead.
I don't hate that call, Kate. In fact, this is one of those gray areas. If it's the fourth quarter, that's absolutely the right decision. Third quarter, as I said, kind of a gray area where maybe you're chasing points. Either way, you're behind, and your defense now has to rise to the occasion.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Here's Carter on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. That lead already smaller than it was at the break, Brock, and they're going to face a little pressure now on this opening series. Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10. First play is a design run. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Robinson on the inside give. And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 2. 3rd down and 13.
Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Lobs this deep down the middle. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
They'll bring out the punter here. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. And they sure surprised us, going for 2 in that spot on their last drive. Not sure we're going to see that call come out here again. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. To the air with Love. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll throw 3rd and long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Packers send out their punting unit. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. Now here come the Falcons on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Here's Robinson to start the drive. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. On the play fake, it's Cousins. Complete out to the right side. And he's brought down at the line.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. The left side is caught by Pitts. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
He'll start from the 39. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Love. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And they're all over that screen. Brock didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
And motion the tight end over. Love on 3rd and short. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the tackle at the 38. And gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Watson coming in motion right. Running on 1st here with Jacobs. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. In on the tackle, the 1st rounder out of Georgia, Jalen Walker.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Love now to throw. Brought in by his back. It's Jacobs. And he's going to be contained after a modest gain to the 31. A.J. Terrell making that stop.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
On comes Brandon McManus now to try this field goal for the Packers. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. McManus sends it through. There's a flag down, and if this is defensive, could give him a 1st down. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. You hate to see this on 4th down for that defense, roughing the kicker. Now they've got a 1st inside the red zone. They'll run here following the penalty. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a 3rd quarter lead. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
14.
On now is McManus to kick this away.
For Green Bay.
Here's Agnew on the return. He dodged the tackle.
Jamal Agnew on the return.
Here's the Falcon offense headed out. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Staying with Robinson. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Throwing on 3rd, Cousins. Finds his back. It's Robinson. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him 8 on that one. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Cousins, a quick throw, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
He did such a good job, and not just hitting him in a window on that slant, in the right window, but hitting him right in time, right in a spot where he had room to run and add on to that catch.
Three quarters in the books from this one. It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Cousins on 1st down. Connects on the crosser. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Putting a receiver in motion. A toss snap to Robinson. Now this is a part of why they find themselves trailing here in the 4th, Brock. Another tough carry for him as he's taken down for a loss.
Well, that safety came flying, and we know he is never afraid to mix it up. Man, he loves to dish out a big hit.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. To the air, Cousins. And wide, it's Pitts. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. He fires one deep down the left sideline. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
45-yard attempt.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And they cut it down to within a field goal.
I bet you, Kate, if we were down there right in his mind as that ball sailed good through the uprights, his mind was already thinking about the next one. If this score holds and he gets another opportunity, well, the game could be on the line with that one.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Brooks now on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Hand off to Jacobs to start the drive. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
So 1st down from the 41. Quick throw out wide by Love. Inside the 25. And he has this all the way down to the 17-yard line. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Jacobs running behind center. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Love. Dumped off to his running back. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, 3rd down.
A gain of 9.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. They'll run it. Here's Jacobs. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
Right here, Kate, this is where I'd love to see a team go no huddle. You just ripped off a great run. A momentum-changing run. Now get back to the line and don't let that defense breathe.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. They'll run. Jacobs. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Packers push this to an 8-point game. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Falcons 17.
On now is McManus to kick this away.
To kick off for Green Bay.
Here's Agnew on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Falcons ready for their next possession. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. First call here coming from the shotgun. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
5 still to go here. This is second down. Out of the gun, Cousins. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10. Play action now for Cousins. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now first and 20. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Prior pass, no good, so here comes second down. Cousins to throw once again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at third and extra long, and that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. It's Cousins once more. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Third down stop. They were walking off the field, but that offense, Brock, that offense didn't move. They saw roughing the passer, and they are ready to continue this drive. Never a good time to rough the passer, Brock, but third down, that hurts even more. Gives him the first. Now Cousins again. We look underneath here, Robinson. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. On the play fake, it's Cousins. Fits it through the middle. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
First and 10, around to Robinson. Fights his way through a tackle. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. Coming to the line, this is first and 10. Another carry for Robinson. Quite the turnaround these last two plays, huh? Nice gain on one, and now they get him behind the line. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Looking to throw, Cousins. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Let's see what they went with. Third down. Here he goes, third and long. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run third down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up fourth down. Zane Gonzalez on to attempt this field goal. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Kicked well, and this is good! And it pulls them back within one score here in the fourth.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Brooks now on the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Packers all set to get back out there. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. Now this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Love from the gun. Hits him on the out route. Nice gain there on second down before they get to him, but we also have a flag down, partner, so let's see if this stands. Love out of the shotgun. Throw left side to Watson. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Gets it downfield, on target to Watson. And he's going to have this down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And it'll give the Packers the first.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
Now Love on the play fake. They did it! He made the interception! Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons have some new life in the fourth. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
Throwing is Cousins. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic 1st down. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now it's Cousins. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
He'll throw it. And the pack gets home. They drop him. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Desperation time here. Throwing for the back of the end zone. And the man is there to knock it away. Great defense to not only deny that touchdown, but force this turnover on downs. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on downs. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. On his own read, here's Jacobs. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Reed now, in motion left. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd.
A 1-yard gain.
And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. He's back to throw. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And this will stick him back a ways. That punt hits and jumps out of bounds near the 14. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And after they were stopped on 4th down, their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
He'll look to throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now to throw. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Down by 6, no choice but to go for this. Here he goes, gotta have this on 4th down. Trying to push deep downfield. And this is rejected. The defender knocks the throw away and forces a turnover on downs. So this one will not get it done. They're gonna turn this over on downs. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on 1st down. Line up the design keeper. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are your winners as we say goodbye from Atlanta.